So now from Tom Brady to another future NFL Hall of Famer. Aaron Rodgers spoke for the first time since the Jets season ended today and talked about his future. Went on the Pat McAfee show and said, well, where are you going to play next year? Are you going to play? We've been hearing rumors about the Steelers and all these different things. And Aaron Rodgers says, well, if the Jets want me, we'll have that conversation. If they don't want me, probably not going to be here.
You, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, come on, tight shirt.
Well,
here's Rodgers.
You're acting like that's not valid.
No, that's true.
I've heard you say
a
it.
lot of Jets fans. Yeah, well, okay, off the air.
Oftentimes. You went full euchre several
times.
times.
Here's Rodgers from earlier today.
I think everybody understands that it's going to come down to a GM and a coach and myself, and whether we all want to do a dance together or if it's not in the cards.
Well, I'll tell you this: dance, little sister, dance. Don't bring home your date. And they will. Aaron Rodgers will be the starting quarterback for the Jets week 1 of 2025. And I'll tell you why. Because I know you say, wait, what? I'll tell you why. Has he kind of intimated this the last few weeks? Hey, new coach and GM come in, we'll make a decision.
He's saying all the right things.
Not the first time, but he's saying it now.
Been brilliant, yeah.
But, hey, maybe Woody Johnson hates him, and he and Woody have kind of been doing a dance around each other, and with all the stories about Brick Johnson being the real decision maker, and maybe I'll get fired by a teenager. If Woody Johnson wanted to get rid of Aaron Rodgers, it would have happened. We would know this. We would say, we are moving on, because anybody interviewing for the Jets head coaching job is going to be told, you're not going to have him, and we would know that by now, because they interviewed 20-some-odd people. It's hard to kill. Loose lips sink ships, right? You would hard to not know that. If Woody Johnson really wanted to get rid of Aaron Rodgers, we would have known that by now. But here's Rodgers saying, next coach and GM. Okay, next coach and GM come in, and what's the plan going to be for the Jets? Are you getting your future quarterback this year? No, you're not. You're not getting someone to jump right in. Are you getting somebody in the second or third round that might be your quarterback of the future? Yeah. Jackson Dart, Kyle McCord. I like them two the best. We talked about it last night, but maybe it's Jalen
Find that
Milroe.
in the podcast, full analysis.
Maybe it's Quinn Ewers. Okay, this is the year to do that. For the Jets specifically, they're going to say, okay, we're going to have a quarterback in the second or third round. You know, look, we still, I know that he's, you know, we took him last year, and everybody forgets because he got hurt at Florida State, but they still have a big guy they like in Jordan Travis, who they were hoping to be healthy, but he hasn't been. But you're looking at a quarterback room of, okay, so a guy we get in the second or third round, let's say it's Jackson Dart and Jordan Travis. Okay, we still need a bridge quarterback. Who is better bridge quarterback you're going to get than Aaron Rodgers? You're not going to go crazy to go bring somebody in because you're going to want a new quarterback in a year. So you're not going to go crazy saying, let's go spend all this money. Let's trade for Kirk Cousins. Let's go bring Sam Darnold back. That's not happening. As you saw, as the season went on, Aaron Rodgers was better, right? Finished top 10 touchdowns, top 10 in yards. Didn't translate to wins, but still, you saw the Jets had way bigger problems than Aaron Rodgers. And I will be willing to throw it out there that he maybe needed a little bit longer to come back from his injury to feel like the old Aaron Rodgers than we thought. I thought he would need 3-4 games. Turns out he needed about 12, right? But when you're 40, this is what happens. He looked really good the last few weeks of the year, and the Jets have much bigger issues than Aaron Rodgers. So when he's gone through the blame game already of, oh, this whole season, it's Rodgers' fault, he's this, he's that, but then you fire the coach, you fire the GM, you realize your defense is not very good. Rodgers went through the blame gauntlet, and now he is out the other side to the point where the vibe around the Jets is, well, yeah, they got a lot to worry about next year. Quarterback's really not in the top 2 or 3 things. So, yeah, Aaron Rodgers coming back for a year while he helps to groom the next 2, because he said, I will do that for another. I'll groom the next 2 guys. I know I'm getting close to the end of my playing career. That's going to happen. And the Jets are going to have Aaron Rodgers playing quarterback week 1, 2025. Now, does it go all that way all the season? I don't know. But week 1, because there's no other way for the Jets to really go forward that is not too much dovetailing away from their plan.
Yeah, I mean, you're drafting 7th overall, so unless you're packaging picks to try to move up and decide that Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders has to be your guy, you're not drafting a quarterback there. And you saw so many glaring needs on that squad beyond what the quarterback was. And that's where, you know, we tie the Brady and Rodgers together of, as I said, folks were ready to get after Tom Brady from the first syllable he uttered. Well, with Aaron Rodgers, from the first drop back, Same damn thing, right? There were some that were anticipating, wishing, wanting, hoping that, all right, here's a continuation of a career that was derailed after a big injury in 2023. And then you had everybody else who decided based on his vaccination views, political views, societal views, the fact that he used to be a Packer, the fact that he's a Jet, that they hated him and wanted him to fail at every turn. And you know what? They didn't watch him play football the back half of the season. Right, coming off a massive injury. As you said, took a little bit longer. Also, trying to coordinate with what you had as an offense, and you got a coach fired, and you had offensive coordinators shifting about. Like all of this about, for Aaron Rodgers, it's all new. It's all, you could practice it all you want. You got to go game speed eventually, and it takes time. And he finished pretty well. You know, statistically, fantasy owners actually got some good juice from him down the stretch when the quarterback market as a whole, right? We didn't have a lot of top touchdown throwers this year. A lot of guys supplemented on the run side of things. But, you know, with Garrett Wilson, with Devontae Adams down the stretch, got to figure out what's going on there, of course. Garrett Wilson, you've got to massage that and make sure he still wants to stick around. Breece Hall, in theory, will be better. Because at 7, what are you doing? You're drafting an offensive or a defensive lineman, and you're building out from there. Whether Travis is the next in line or you do go and get your guy, you're really trying to talk McCord into existence. I dig that about you. You've already got him mocked up in a Jets uniform. But if Rodgers is true to his word and is ready to be a mentor and be a bit of a less of an ass and standoffish, then I don't see how you don't win in that situation. Because, again, the open marketplace, what are you going to get? What are you going to get? We've talked about it. It's Sam Darnold.
I would say, yeah, but there's not. You're not bringing him back. You're not trading for Kirk Cousins. There's nobody. There's nobody in the first round.
Right, Russ, Fields. Yeah, no, that's your guy.
Telling you, he's going to be starting for the Jets.
Gotcha.
Week 1.